Greetings, greetings, and welcome to another day of Storytime with Dr. Helen Tinsley. It's a wonderful day, and we were all blessed to see it. It's a beautiful Sunday. I hope everyone had a good day and is having a good day and is doing something constructive and relaxing and stimulating in your home. So this is another day. This is actually day 42 that I've been sharing stories with you. And I'm really happy for this time that I'm able to share with you. And so I have a story today that's a tribute to times gone by. When people did more traveling, going down south by trains, but it's called The Sunday Outing by Gloria Jean Pinkney, and the pictures are by Jerry Pinkney. Sunday Outing. The Sunday Outing. I thought it was a fitting book to share the Sunday outing on a Sunday afternoon. "Mama, what time is it?" called Ernestine from the front stoop. She had a clear view of the corner, and there wasn't a trolley car in sight. Aunt Odessa promised to be here right after church. "It's 2:30, answered Mama from the third-floor window. "But, Mama," cried Ernestine, "I'm going to miss seeing the North Carolina train." Just then, Buddy Lee, May, and Belle came up the block. "VK has colored chalk," said Buddy Lee. "We're going to draw hopscotch. Want to come?" Ernestine shook her head. "I can't today. I'm going to the railroad station." "Again?" Belle said. "Let's go, Buddy Lee." "Come on, May. We'll get Jeanette. Anyway, Ernestine Avery Powell, what's the point in going to watch those old trains? You're never going to ride one." Ernestine covered her ears with her hands. "How would you know, Belle Edwards?" Ernestine loved going to North Philadelphia Station with her great aunt Odessa on warm summer Sundays and listening to stories about great Uncle Ira who had worked for the railroad. Best of all, Ernestine could see the trains going south and imagine herself riding one to Lumberton, the town in North Carolina where she was born. She watched her friends playing hopscotch for a while, then jumped down from the stoop. "I will ride one someday," she called out to them. Right then, a trolley car stopped at the corner. "Mama!" Ernestine shouted. "Aunt Odessa's here." Aunt Odessa was walking down 16th Street, swinging her large black handbag in one hand and moving the other hand with her own bouncy rhythm. Ernestine ran to greet her great aunt. "Afternoon, young'un," she said, hugging her niece. "Sorry I'm late. You wasn't worried now, was you?" "I wasn't really worried," Ernestine said, looking down at the sidewalk. Aunt Odessa waved to Mama, then said, "Young'un, run down to the corner and see if the trolley is coming." "Goodbye, Mama," Ernestine called. "Hurry, Aunt Odessa, I think I hear it." "I'm moving as fast as these old legs will carry me," her aunt said. "Hop on up there and find us seats." As soon as they sat down, Ernestine closed her eyes and pretended that she was heading south on the Silver Star or the Palmetto. "You're mighty quiet today," said her aunt. "What's on your mind?" Ernestine looked up at her aunt. "Mama's people invited me to their farm in Lumberton, but Mama and Daddy said I can't go." "Your folks must have a good reason for saying so," her aunt responded. "They said we can't afford a ticket now because we're saving to buy our own house." Aunt Odessa was quiet for a moment. "Well," she said, "they've been wanting to move out of that apartment for some time. The way I see it, you'll have to think of something that will save your folks money so they'll be able to buy that ticket." A few minutes later, the trolley car stopped in front of the railroad station. They could hear the announcement on the loudspeaker. Now arriving on track number 2, the Palmetto, making stops in Delaware, Maryland, Washington, Virginia, and the Carolinas. All aboard. We have to hurry, Ernestine cried as the slow wooden electric stairs carried them up to the platform. She could feel the vibrations, a soft rumbling beneath her feet, then heard a faint sound in the distance growing louder until at last the Palmetto pulled into the station. Come on, young'un, let's find a bench in the shade and eat our sandwiches, Aunt Odessa said, opening her handbag. Ernestine admired the passengers getting on the Palmetto. Suddenly, a little boy on the train waved to her. Ernestine waved back. He's lucky, she said. Then she thought about Aunt Odessa's advice, but she was baffled. Please tell me what I should give up, she said when they rode the trolley car home from the station. Give yourself time, her aunt instructed. You'll think of something. After dinner, Ernestine and Daddy listened to the Sunday Gospel Hour on the radio, while Mama and Aunt Odessa looked through a new mail order catalog. These are the fabrics that Ernestine and I selected for her school clothes, said Mama. Ernestine couldn't believe her ears. I don't need new school clothes, Mama, she blurted out the second she found her voice. Daddy switched off the radio. What's this I hear? He asked. Then we'll have enough money for my train ticket. Couldn't I have that instead? You're always talking about down home. I've never been on a farm. I try to imagine it, but I can't. Please say I can go. Daddy and Mama looked at each other. At last, Mama spoke. It's past your bedtime, Ernestine, she said gently. Your daddy and I will discuss this tonight, and we'll talk to you in the morning. Well, Aunt Odessa said, I'm going to mosey on home. Good night, all. Ernestine hugged everyone tightly, then slowly headed for bed. Mama went over to her sewing machine and pressed the foot pedal. We can give up some things, too, she said. I have a little saved for the down payment on that electric sewing machine. Daddy sat down in his chair and began figuring. Well, he said, leaning back in his chair, I can manage at work without a new tool set for a while longer. Then we'll have enough for the fair. Ernestine was already wide awake when her parents tiptoed into the room early in the morning. Ernestine, Daddy called softly, You're going to Lumberton on, what's the name of that morning train? She jumped out of bed. The Silver Star? I can go? She shouted. After breakfast, she ran outside to tell her friends they were on VK's stoop trading marbles. You going all by yourself? Belle asked. Wish I could go with you, May added. Hope you don't get lost, Jeanette added. She'll be okay, Buddy, Lee said. I rode to Chicago alone. Besides, they give kids an ID tag to wear with your name, where you're going, and who's meeting you. Sounds easy, Ernestine said, but suddenly she wasn't so sure. When Ernestine awoke the next day, she felt as if caterpillars were dancing inside her stomach. She found Mama at her sewing machine. I really want to go, she said, but I'm scared. Mama drew Ernestine close. I was afraid on my first train ride alone, but we'll explain everything about the trip before you leave, and there will be so much to see. You'll have a wonderful time. Ernestine had a big smile on her face when Aunt Odessa came by that afternoon. They said yes, she told her aunt, then crinkled up her nose. But I wish you could come with me. What if I miss my stop? I've traveled far in my day, young'un, and now it's your time. But no need to worry. The conductor will announce the stations. He'll see that you get off. Suppose I fall asleep and don't hear him, Ernestine thought. She was waiting on the stoop for Daddy when he came home from work. Who's going to meet me at the station? Ernestine asked. We already sent a telegram to Aunt Beulah, Daddy told her, with the name of your train and the time you're arriving. When the doorbell rang the following day, Ernestine ran down the stairs and opened the door. It's Western Union, she called. Mama read the telegram out loud. Uncle June and Cousin Jack will meet Ernestine at Robeson County Depot. Love, Aunt Beulah. Ernestine frowned, but I don't remember what they looked like. Mama took out the family album and they went through it together. This is Jack when he was about your age, she said. And here's Aunt Beulah laughing as always. Ernestine looked closely at another photograph of a tall man working in a flower bed. That's Uncle June? Mama smiled and said, he'll probably bring you a bouquet from his garden. Mama went over to the closet and took out a fancy suitcase. This is my wedding satchel. It's old-fashioned, but I want you to have it. Ernestine picked up the satchel and kissed Mama. I'll take real good care of it. Just remember, Mama told her, the conductor will watch out for you in the train. When you get to Lumberton, you'll be with family. Early the next morning, they all took Ernestine to the rail yard station. As Daddy was purchasing her ticket, an announcement came over the loudspeaker. Attention all passengers! The Silver Star is running half an hour late. A half an hour, cried Ernestine. Be here before you know it, said Aunt Odessa. Let's head up to the platform and watch the activities. Aunt Odessa found an empty bench and sat down. It sure feels good to be out of that hot apartment, Mama said. Reminds me of going to the depot with Uncle Iria when I was a boy, Daddy said, watching the freights passing through. We'll join you two again some Sunday. Ernestine couldn't stop grinning. We almost forgot your victuals, youngin', Aunt Odessa said. She took out a box lunch from her handbag. We packed enough to hold you till you get home. Thank you, everybody, Ernestine said, just as another announcement came over the loudspeaker. The train is coming, she shouted. Remember to drop us a line, youngin', Aunt Odessa said, hugging her niece. After the passengers got off, Daddy walked right up to the conductor. This is our Ernestine, he said. She's getting off at Robeson County. Let's find a good place for you to sit, Mama said. She chose a window seat near a young couple and asked them to watch over Ernestine. Ernestine hugged and kissed Mama and Daddy twice. Goodbye, she called as they headed toward the exit. All aboard, the conductor yelled. Ernestine looked about the great train, too excited to feel scared anymore. Then she looked out of the window and waved happily to her family as the Silver Star began the long journey south. And that is the end. And that's the story of the Sunday outing. And today, children are still going to visit families on trains and buses and planes and cars and any way they can to see their family. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Hello, Hannah. To my granddaughter, Hannah is logged on. I hope you enjoyed the story, Hannah. And if your brothers are with you, hi, Juicy, Navi, Om, and Noah. And to my classmate, Denny Farrier, hi, Denny. You have a good day, too. So I hope you enjoyed the stories for today. And I hope you stay productive and have a great afternoon. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace.